She slid divorce papers across the table and called it a prank. I picked up the pen and signed every single page. When she screamed, "Wait, I'm serious, stop," her smile was already gone before the ink dried. The paper slid across the table like a knife. White, clean, precise. Divorce documents. My name already printed on the first page. Her manicured finger tapped the corner. "Relax," she said with a grin. "It's just a prank." A prank. The word echoed strangely in the quiet kitchen. Morning sunlight poured through the window behind her, lighting her hair like something innocent. But innocence has a smell, and this room didn't smell like it anymore. Coffee sat between us, growing cold. Her smile was wide. Too wide. She leaned back in her chair, folding her arms like someone waiting for applause. "Come on," she laughed softly. "Sign it. Let's see your reaction." I looked down at the papers. 7 pages. Neatly prepared. Law firm header. Witness lines. Asset division. Even the house. Someone had spent time on this. Pranks don't come notarized. My fingers touched the pen beside the mug. She watched me carefully now. The smile still there, but something behind it had shifted. Expectation. Testing. Measuring. I felt something cold slide into place inside my chest, like a lock clicking shut. "Sign it," she repeated playfully. So I did. The pen moved slowly. Deliberately. Page 1. My signature. Page 2. Ink scratching across paper. Her laughter faded a little. Page 3. She leaned forward. "Okay, that's enough." Page 4. My hand didn't stop. Her smile collapsed. "Wait." Page 5. Her chair scraped the floor. "I'm serious, stop." Page 6. Her voice cracked. "Stop." Page 7. I finished the final signature. The pen clicked shut, and only then did I look up. Her face had gone pale. The prank was over, and somehow, she was the one who looked terrified. Silence settled between us like dust. Her hands trembled as she grabbed the papers. "You can't just—" Her voice broke. "You actually signed them." I took a sip of cold coffee. Bitter. Appropriate. "You told me to." Her eyes searched my face. Confusion. Fear. Something else. "You're supposed to argue," she said. "You're supposed to panic." I watched her carefully. Every small movement. Every twitch. I didn't feel like it. Her breathing quickened. The papers shook in her hands. "You don't even want to ask why?" I tilted my head slightly. I already know why. The lie slipped out easily, but something inside her reacted instantly. Her eyes widened. Just for a second. That was all I needed. People think betrayal explodes. It doesn't. It leaks. Quietly. Tiny cracks in behavior. Late-night texting. Bathroom doors locked longer than necessary. A phone always face down. The smell of a different cologne once on her scarf. Small things. But small things accumulate. Like snow before an avalanche. I had noticed them months ago. At first I told myself stories. Work stress. Friends. Misunderstandings. Hope is a powerful drug. But denial has limits. And once suspicion enters a marriage, it never leaves quietly. She sat down slowly now, staring at the signatures. 7 of them. My handwriting. Permanent. "This wasn't supposed to happen," she whispered. I believed her. Because the game she was playing required me to panic. Beg. Prove my love. But I didn't. And suddenly the power had shifted. Her eyes lifted to mine. For the first time that morning. She looked unsure of who she was sitting across from. I had been preparing for this moment longer than she realized. 3 months. 3 months of quiet observation. No accusations. No fights. Just patience. Her phone habits were predictable. Bathroom. Shower running. Messages sent quickly. Deleted just as fast. But deletion leaves patterns. And patterns tell stories. I bought a small voice recorder. Not for confrontation. For confirmation. The first time I placed it in the car glove compartment, my hand shook. Not from anger. From fear. Because once you hear the truth, you can't unhear it. 2 days later I listened. Her voice. Soft. Playful. Not the voice she used with me anymore. "I miss you too," she whispered. Silence. Then laughter. Low. Intimate. My stomach didn't twist. That surprised me. Instead, something inside me went very still. The human brain protects itself in strange ways. I began collecting details. Phone records. Late office nights that didn't match company schedules. Hotel receipts buried inside credit card statements. One name appeared repeatedly. Daniel. Simple. Ordinary. Dangerous. I even saw him once. Parking lot. Outside her yoga studio. Tall. Confident. The kind of man who believes consequences belong to other people. They kissed beside his car, casually, like it wasn't the first time. I watched from across the street. My hands rested calmly on the steering wheel. No rage, just observation. Scientists watch experiments the same way. Emotion ruins accuracy, so I studied them. Their routine, their timing, their lies, and eventually, I understood something important. She wasn't planning to leave. She wanted both lives. Security, excitement, a husband who paid the mortgage, and a lover who made her feel alive. The divorce prank? That was just another game, a test. She wanted proof I'd fight for her, but she never realized something. The moment you betray someone, you lose the right to control their reaction. Back in the kitchen, she was still staring at the papers, her breathing uneven. "You're being weird," she said. I nodded slowly. "Probably." Then I reached into my jacket and placed a small envelope on the table. She frowned. "What's that?" "Something you should see." Her fingers hesitated before opening it. Inside were printed photos. 3 of them. Parking lot, restaurant patio, and the last one, the kiss. Her face drained instantly. The room went completely silent. Even the refrigerator hum seemed to stop. "I can explain." "No." The word came out quietly. Not angry, just final. She stared at the pictures like they were poison. "How long?" she whispered. 3 months. Her head snapped up. "You knew?" "Yes." Tears began forming in her eyes. Not from guilt, from panic. "You should have said something." I leaned back in the chair. "You never asked." The truth hung between us. Heavy, unavoidable. Her shoulders started shaking. This wasn't supposed to happen. I believed that too. Affairs rarely begin with an exit strategy. They begin with arrogance, the belief you won't get caught. Or worse, the belief that if you do, you can talk your way out. She pushed the photos away like they were burning her skin. I was going to end it. I nodded again. Maybe. The word crushed whatever hope she had left, because she realized something then. This wasn't a fight. It was a conclusion. Her eyes moved slowly back to the divorce papers. 7 signatures, real, legal. "You planned this," she said quietly. "No." I stood up. But I was ready for it. She grabbed the papers desperately. "You can't do this over a mistake." "A mistake. Interesting word. You spent 3 months with him." Her voice cracked. "I still love you." I almost smiled. Love, another word people like to misuse. "You love the house too," I said calmly. "And the car. And the vacations." Her breathing turned ragged. "You're punishing me." "No." I walked toward the door. "I'm releasing you." The sentence hit harder than anger ever could. She stood suddenly. "No, wait." Her chair crashed behind her. "You don't understand what you're doing." I opened the door slowly. Cold air drifted inside. "I understand perfectly." Her voice broke into panic. "We can fix this." I turned once more, just long enough to say the truth she wasn't ready to hear. "You already fixed it." Confusion flickered across her face. Then realization, because the documents she had brought, the prank she had created, had legally ended our marriage the moment I signed. She had handed me the exit herself, and I had simply accepted it. Her knees hit the floor. The sound echoed through the kitchen. But I was already walking away. The air outside felt colder, cleaner, like stepping out of a room filled with smoke. I sat in my car and stared at the house for a long time. 10 years inside those walls. Memories, promises, lies. Strange how quickly a life can collapse, not with explosions, but with quiet signatures on white paper. My phone buzzed once. Her name. I didn't answer. Some conversations happened too late to matter. The engine started softly. As I drove away, the house shrank in the rearview mirror. Smaller, more distant. Eventually, gone. People think revenge means destruction, but sometimes the cruelest thing you can do is simply stop caring. I didn't lose my marriage that morning. She did, the moment she decided love was a game. And as the road stretched ahead into the pale morning light, I realized something strange. The anger was gone. The grief, too. All that remained was silence, and the quiet freedom of a man who finally understood that betrayal doesn't break you. It reveals exactly who deserves to be left behind.